Today is May 27th, and I received something from Retevis. I believe that's what this is. I'm very excited. This should be two HTs, the RT29G and the RT97S.
This is RF Radio Network.
Hey guys, this is Joeteck from RF Radio Network, where we're connecting people through the power of radio, and today I'm extremely excited. This is what they supposedly sent me. I'm very excited. Very excited. Look at the size of this box. Alright, so we're just going to do an unboxing of it. It's boxed very well, I must say. Well, it is a very expensive item in here. I can't explain enough here. Let's see. Without killing myself and cutting myself here, let's see if we can get all this open. And I got my grubby hands on a Retevis RT97S GMRS Repeater. Portable. Look at this device. It is absolutely beautiful. This is a 10-watt repeater. It's tiny and is completely configurable. You could change the input and output frequencies, only GMRS. You could change the PL tones, digital tones, whatever you like to do, whatever you like to make it. Has a built-in duplexer and a 10-watt transceiver. This is actually a uniquely made product. I did open it up and take a look on the inside. It is quite impressive. It does not have two HTs inside of it. This is a lot more robust than what it looks like. This is a beautiful piece of hardware. We're going to do a major test on this. This is just the unboxing of this video. Okay? That's all we're going to do today. And we also have the opportunity to get two RT29G radios. We got those as well. So the unboxing of this comes with cigarette lighter to 12-volt adapter, an AC adapter going to the plug that plugs into the side of the radio. It comes with a serial to USB cable for programming, because you're going to definitely need to do that. Okay? Out of the box, this comes misconfigured. It comes in narrowband, and GMRS repeaters are in wideband. So this comes out of the box incorrect. So you're going to have to download the RT97S software, download the code plug, change it to wideband, and upload it again, and then this will be ready to rock and roll. Again, it's a narrowband, and repeaters don't operate in narrowband. The audio will be very low, and it'll be difficult to hear. So you must do that with this. Also on the front, there are two up and down arrows. Up and down arrows on a quick press increases the volume. Can't figure out that part yet, because volume for what? I don't understand it. Volume for the output of the radio, I changed it. I didn't hear any difference at all. So I have no idea what the point of that is. However, if you do a long press, it allows you to change the frequency range between 1 through 8 repeater channels of this repeater. GMRS 1 all the way up to GMRS 8. This is only the way I look at it. In your world, it could be GMRS 15 to GMRS 22. GMRS 15 would be 462.550, and the repeater side of it will be 467.550, and you can set the tones to anything you wish, analog or digital or mixed, which way you want to do it. However, out of the box, it comes with a set tone of 136.5 on both transmit and receive on all 8 repeater channels. But remember, it's set up for narrowband. You're going to have to change it. So that is what this is. It's a beautiful repeater. I'm looking extremely forward to testing this in the field. We're going to be doing a field test of this. Some pretty heavy-duty field testing, actually. We're going to try to set this up on location someplace and see how far we can go with the repeater. Remember, this is only a 10-watt repeater, so having a high gain antenna, 3 dB, if you have a 3 dB antenna, it'll double this for ERP. You'll get 20 watts ERP with a 3 dB gain antenna. If you're able to get close to approximately 10 dB, 10 dB would be 10 times, which would be too high, technically. So about 5 dB would be perfect for this scenario and bring it close to about 50 watts of output power, or affected radiated power. Now it brings us to the RT29G GMRS radio. I received 2 of these. Today is May 27th. For the time of recording this video, there is no programming software for this particular radio as of yet. The programming cable that comes with this radio is, in fact, compatible with this, with the 29G. The RT29G programming cable for the HA2 is compatible with this radio. However, there is no software available for it as of yet. So everything that's programmed in this radio by default is what you have to use. So for me to test this repeater with this radio, I have to mimic whichever is in this radio. So there is only 8 channels to transmit to and from this repeater. I have to copy whichever is here. Thankfully, by design, this is set for 136.5. However, so is this, but I believe that this radio is set for narrow band, not wide, so the audio quality on this is going to suffer. I can't tell if this is set for wide or narrow, so we're going to have a problem in terms of testing this out. So, another quirky thing that this has is that the indicators, the notches of indicating what channel you're on, are not the same on every radio. So it may point
7.
to 1, but is really channel 22.
23.
And this one points to channel 7. And I mean, not this one. The other radio, they both are pointing to 1, but they're listening or on a different frequency. So it's kind of funny. So that's a little quirk, but believe it or not, it's not a visual thing, it's more of a listening thing. So when this is on and you're going through the frequencies,
8, 10, 11, 12.
So it doesn't really matter what it's really pointing to, because you're not really looking here, you're listening.
13, 14.
So the indicator on the radio is really pointless because you're not doing it visually, you're doing it audibly, which is better. So, that said, channel 23,
13, 18, 20, 22, 23.
channel 23 is GMRS channel 1. 15 for you guys. I'm going to say GMRS channel 1 for me, because there's only 8 repeater frequencies of this repeater. So I'm going through 1 through 8. 550 being number 1, 725 being number 8. And that is it. One thing that I did notice, that if when you're transmitting and this is receiving, it indicates on the bottom of the display. It's just, this is going to be a really good test. I just can't believe how small it is. I'm looking extremely forward to testing this out in the field in the upcoming days. So guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
RF Radio Network.